Uh,
Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is KG. This is me. And I'm glad you didn't do that too hard. And we're here with another Drunk Quickie with our review of it.
I gotta be careful with my foam vest from the 80s that I'm rocking tonight. It's definitely the theme for tonight's show.
But I'm sad you didn't save it for our Stranger Things live.
Oh, I'll definitely bring it back out for that, for sure.
I might have to go to my grandpa's house and get you the rainbow
Oh, the
one.
rainbow one. Let's do it.
So you can wear that for Stranger Things. But tonight we're talking about It. If you have seen the new 2017 It and you want to talk about that with us, put your opinions down in the comments.
Definitely put a spoiler warning up.
Oh, you know, I should tell you right now, we're gonna spoil the fuck out of this movie. The original wasn't a movie; it was a mini-series, which is very different than what you can bring to the big screen.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, take that all completely aside. Secondly, it is very important that you read this book. If you haven't read the book first, you have no room to say shit about the fucking storyline. Watch the movie, like it or don't like it, but you haven't read the book, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I read it in high school, loved it. You know, I grew up watching the miniseries from what I think it was like 89 or 90 or something. I think it was 89. Yeah. And but, you know, my grandma had the paperback. I read it, and then more recently, before the movie came out, I started listening to the audiobook again to refresh my memory.
It's actually got re-released hardcover, and I thought about getting it for you.
Did you?
I did.
Oh, you're a sweetheart. I did start listening to it again on audio, which is a great way to listen to it. It kind of opened up a whole new arena in my mind for, you know, how the characters could be and the way the things would come together. So if you're looking for a really quick and easy way, trust me, audiobook's not any better. It's 45.
Dude, I feel like Walter right now. Shut the fuck up, Donnie. Let's talk about the movie.
All right, shut the fuck up. We're going to talk about the movie. So here we are. If you have not watched this movie yet, please stop watching this review and go watch the movie. Or watch this review and just know you're going to get this fucking shit spoiled for you. Whatever. I'm going to tell you what's going on. But we have about 15 minutes to tell you about this story that happens over the course of 2 hours and 15 minutes. So, here we go. Here we are. This is Spoilerville.
I don't know.
4, 3, 2, 1. Spoilers beyond this point. If you keep watching, you're on your own.
I don't know anything about the book because I haven't read the book.
Right. Yeah.
I would like to eventually get the audiobook because I do a lot of driving.
Yeah.
I would like to just go to town with it. But basing the miniseries off the movie, nothing close.
Well, I have to tell you that
a
lot of the miniseries stuff that you saw that isn't close is the stuff that the miniseries took from the book that the movie didn't take from the book, because there are a lot of places where the movie did not, it changed things, and some of the things were not a good change.
Even though I wasn't the hugest fan of this Pennywise, I was a huge fan of the kids. You know, for me, the kids made this movie. All of them, they're good little actors. And
don't call them little, honey. That's belittling them. They're good actors.
They made it entertaining. You know, I wasn't the huge. Well, Skarsgård, which one? Which one fucking did it?
Bill Skarsgård plays the new Pennywise.
It's like fucking 13 of
them. Sort of, I guess.
It wasn't. I'm a Tim Curry guy.
Yeah.
So
are you kidding me?
It was a little different to see that. He did a good job. I wasn't a huge fan of the CGI that they used.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so a quick touch on the CGI.
Yeah.
If you didn't like Mama,
yeah,
which I believe was Guillermo del Toro, I can't remember who else was involved in that movie, but if you didn't like the CGI or the effects or what have you, the scares of that movie, this movie is not going to be something that you're really interested in, which is what happened to me, because that's not what I'm into. I'm really into practical effects.
Yeah.
I really like old school stuff, and that this kind of just, there was some stuff I was like, oh, that's cool. Give me something real, something I can feel coming after me, something I know is going to scare the shit out of me. CGI is
horrible.
I don't want to say horrible, because it's not like, oh my god, what's that? It is.
You know, I did like the blood floating and like the pieces floating.
That was pretty cool. The fact that he really floats, pieces of him float, is pretty fucking cool. They did his crazy teeth, which is from the book. Yeah. There's no big spider or anything. No. So Um, but some of the stuff was like, hey, that's cool. Hey, I like that. That's cool. But there was a lot of stuff that's like, come on, guys. You have such a good core, good bones, and you're not using any of it.
Practical effects, people.
Practical effects over CGI,
Don't
please.
don't try to make a great movie on the computer.
You can't.
I found myself enjoying the comedy portion
A
of
lot
the
more.
movie, with the kids,
Yeah.
than I did the scary aspect of the movie.
Yeah.
Even though there were certain spots of the movie that were kind of like, oh, that's kind of cool, but I didn't find it like jumping out of my seat scared,
No.
which I wanted because
I wanted to get scared. I was
it
ready to get scared, and I wasn't
it
scared.
can offer that, in a way that's kind of unknown to any other, like scary movies.
Yeah.
You have a creepy fucking clown.
But it's not
You
just a
know,
creepy clown. This is a demon who
well, it's a
presents
demon. I mean,
itself
we
as a
know
clown,
that.
and it can present itself as anything. And why didn't we stick to the book? Why didn't we have all these random things that these kids are afraid of, but there's nothing that's in the book, which is also fucking scary. If you stuck with the book and you just said, hey, Richie's afraid of werewolves and he's gonna be scared of this, why the fuck does he have to be afraid of clowns? It doesn't make any sense.
Like my thing is, if we could take the kids,
yeah,
and take all these kids and their story and their acting and everything, and put them in the miniseries and take out the kids that were in that,
yeah, right,
it'd be perfect. Because I wasn't feeling it.
I didn't really care about the horror part of that movie at all.
It's really hard to explain.
Yeah.
But some of the lines, especially from Richie and
oh my God,
Ben, the fat kid.
yeah.
I mean, it's just they're classic. They made me laugh, and it takes a lot to make me laugh because I'm just a funny guy. So it takes a lot.
Right,
to,
you don't just have a stick up your ass or anything.
Yeah. So it just takes a lot for me to make me laugh.
Yeah.
So there were a couple parts in the movie I was like, yeah, it's fucking good. But I definitely did get the like 80s vibe.
But you shouldn't have gotten the 80s vibe because in the book it took the kids took place in the 50s.
But we do have to remember that they're going to.
Of course, we're going to modernize.
27 years later, it's going to be modern
But
times.
you don't have to. You don't have to do that. The reason that they're doing that is to get all the fucking little kid wankers in there, which we had to deal with, who wouldn't shut the fuck up. Who've never read the book or seen the miniseries or anything like that, and they just got high and they went to the fucking movie. That's annoying, and I don't want to deal with it. But what they're doing with all of this changes is they're trying to appeal to a new audience, but what in that same thread, they're fucking with all of these old folks who read the book, who watched the miniseries growing up as kids or as adults, and now we're like, what the fuck is this shit? Why are you doing this? It was fun to watch shit in the 80s because we're from the 80s. But Mike is the one whose family has history there, and they killed off his parents, which is dumb. I don't know why they did that. They made him shoot these sheeps with his bolt gun. They took away the fucking slingshot, which is the coolest part because that was Bev's saving grace. They turned her into fucking damsel distress, which they shouldn't have done because she was brave the entire time. In fact, she was so brave and supportive, she went directly into that fucking sewer and did the things she needed to do. You've switched characters around and what they were doing.
Yeah.
They left out a specific scene, and if you've read the book, you know what scene I'm talking about. It's not appropriate, and I'm glad that they left that out. But you've taken away from Mike Hanlon, who is basically the narrator of the story of these kids in Derry. You've taken away from him the fact that he's the one who does all the historical shit within the town, and you give it to Ben, who's not even part of it.
We have to get to that too. That I mean, we all knew, like fans of this franchise, that this was part one. A lot of people.
There are a lot of people who don't realize there is going to be a part two.
Yeah.
You only get the kids' version. If you're gonna do an adaptation of a book, try to stick to the book. And especially if you're doing a remake, which this is not a remake, it's a new adaptation of this book. Stop changing stuff like which character does what, because that's so important. You took away from this fucking kid, from Mike Hanlon, the fact that he's the one who brings all of this information to the table, and you give it to this other kid for no reason. I don't even know why.
I'm curious. I mean, we're looking at probably a 2019 release date for part two.
They are just now casting the adults for part two.
So we'll see what happens. I mean, maybe Mike you know, the character of Mike has more of a.
He better, because I'm gonna be pretty mad if he could. Because if they change it so that Ben is left behind and he's the one making all the calls, that's gonna piss me off. Because Mike Hanlon is the one who does everything. He is the anchor in Derry, and that's what's important. And it's gonna be pretty fucky if he's not. I was really disappointed in was that I literally didn't get scared. I'm not scared today. Like there are horror movies that I'm like, oh god, I don't
There's
want to
something
go
about
walking through my dark hallway now.
no.
But
There's something about you know, the car going by and Tim Curry, Pennywise, just sitting there with the balloon.
just chilling, right?
That,
But we don't need to see this fucking clown just
like
being clown
all like I don't even know, like The Grudge.
Yeah.
Like
Okay,
kind of shit.
but that being said, the Bill Skarsgård, he really brought his own thing to this character, which is
Yeah.
cool because it is the demon. It can take on all these different forms, and it's not just a clown, so it can be lots of different things. And I was really open to that. And he was creepy, and he kind of creeped me out. And so if you take Tim Curry and the miniseries and all of that out of that, and you just watch the movie on its own, it's a good movie.
I was expecting so much more
I really
because
had
as a
good.
kid watching
Yeah.
this movie, I had two clown movies. It was It and Killer Clowns. And Killer
Well,
Clowns
clearly.
was scary,
Yeah.
but it was funny at the same time. It was like
I honestly was never scared. I was never scared of
really.
it. Pet Cemetery,
Pet
my
Sematary,
Stephen
yeah.
King movie for sure. That scared the shit out of me, but it was not.
There was something
not
about
scary.
Tim Curry as Pennywise. It made me feel a little bit uneasy.
I'm a huge Tim Curry fan. So.
I didn't get that from this. If it didn't exist until now, if this movie would have done as good as it's obvious, it's going to be the number one grossing horror movie of 2017.
Because there's nothing
sure.
else except for Mother, which I can't wait for. But I was actually thinking the same thing. There are two things with this that are kind of contrasting. So you have this cult following of the book and of the original miniseries. A lot of people who are into the original miniseries have actually never even read the book.
Then you have fans of Stephen King, period.
Who,
They're
okay,
go see it.
so if you didn't have this cult following, would people be so interested in this movie? Would it be such a big deal? That being said...
That's what I was getting at.
That being said, if you didn't have this cult following, would people be so critical of the movie that they're seeing in front of them?
I'm going to tell you what I loved about the movie,
Yeah.
and it's simple as that. The kids. The kids, they entertained me. They made the movie. Without the kids, without the, directing of these kids and the dialogue and everything, this movie would have fallen on its fucking ass. Yeah. I'm telling you that right now.
Pretty much.
What's his name who plays Richie? Finn.
Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things, yeah.
That kid's going places.
Totally.
Talk to me in 10 years.
Totally. And everybody did a great job. It was the writing, not even the directing, because I think the directing was good. It was the writing and the editing that was like, what?
No, not really
Why?
the writing. I'd say the editing and the CGI.
Well, the writing is why Mike Hanlon is not the fucking historian.
Yeah, but whose call was that?
That's why Richie's werewolf wasn't there. There's lots
we
of
could
things.
debate all day.
We could. So that being said, I'm going to give it a 3.5. And the reason I'm giving it a 3.5 is because I'm a huge fan. I'm a major Stephen King fan. I've read the book. I've clearly watched the miniseries like a bajillion times. The compare and contrast would be a 3.5. Standing on its own, still a 3.5. And the reason is CGI doesn't scare me. Things creepily, swiftly, shakily running at me doesn't scare me. Yeah. It doesn't scare me. I want a fucking scary movie, and I haven't had one since Insidious. That scared the shit out of me. That scared me. It stuck with me, and this one didn't cling to me at all. But I had fun.
I'm gonna have to give it a 3 as well, and 3 things.
Yeah.
The kids, they really helped the movie. I've said it twice already. CGI was horrible. They show the villain too much, and I think this is something that is probably the last almost 10 years with scary movies. less is more.
Yeah.
Less
Yeah.
is more.
You know why Blair Witch was scary? We never
You
saw
do
the
not.
bad guy.
You don't need to see the bad guy, the
No.
monster, the villain,
No.
the whole movie. I feel like I was spending the movie with Pennywise.
Mm-hmm.
He was always there. You think about Jaws. How many times did you see Jaws?
Like once.
You
Once
saw
or twice.
Jaws like once or twice, and other than that, you saw Finn. You know, you can take everything that Pennywise is doing, all the manipulation, scary shit that he's doing, without showing Pennywise.
Yeah.
I don't need to see Pennywise.
Make a red balloon float through the fucking room or
I don't
something.
need to see Pennywise.
Whatever.
40% of the movie.
No,
I don't.
I don't.
And you know, that's the problem. You know, with these movies is that we have to show the bad guy all the time. No.
You don't.
Think about it.
Really.
Child's Play, Jaws, just, you know, all these older movies. You didn't really get to see the villain too much. And Star Wars, Darth Vader, 10 minutes in A New Hope.
Right.
That's all you've seen him. About 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's all you need. That's all you need for the scary guy.
Yeah.
Because you want to know why? The anticipation keeps going. And you're just building up, building up, building up. So when you finally see him, you get that oh shit moment.
Yeah.
And with this, I didn't get the oh shit moment.
Not
And
really.
I think with, like, the original It, you know, the miniseries, he was more reserved. They didn't bring him out as much.
Yeah.
You know, you got the scene in the library, you got him
Yeah.
scene on the side of the road, and then the final scene.
In the book,
He
it's
wasn't-
always secondhand. I saw this clown.
Well, that's the
I
thing.
saw this.
You
You
know,
know, there
you
was a
see, like-
clown eating somebody on a bridge.
Yeah,
Whatever.
you know, you see the balloons. You know, you see like the incarnations of like other people like manifesting in their
Yeah.
minds. You're not spending the whole night with Tim Curry. Okay?
Oh my god, that'd be awesome.
You're not doing it. And I think that's where this movie fucked up. Is that they just clown.
My beer's almost gone. 3.5 with the 3. You know, I'm gonna watch the second one. I will.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll watch chapter 2. If you were unaware, BT Dubs, they're making a fucking second one with the adults. They're casting it right now.
And just like a disclaimer, public service. When you're at a fucking movie theater,
Shut the fuck up.
have some fucking courtesy for those that went in and paid like $30 plus an extra fucking
45.
$20 for popcorn and drinks.
We
and
took
candy
we
and
took our
shit.
child with us, who's a huge horror movie fan, and it didn't even scare a 13-year-old girl. So clearly, well, she's my kid, but clearly it's not super scary. But dude, if she can be quiet during the fucking movie, a grown man should be able to be quiet.
Oh hell no!
I don't need your commentary. I don't need to know that somebody's walking up the stairs. I don't need to know that somebody's going to answer the phone. I don't need it. Shut the fuck up. Shut up or get the fuck out of the movie theater. End of story.
Tell them where to find us.
Well, you can send your hate mail to Facebook and Instagram at The Official Drunks. You can see us every other Saturday night at Drunk Live right here on this channel. Hit subscribe so that way you don't ever miss it. If you hit the little bell, it'll give you notification every time we post, which is Drunk Quickies, it's all kinds of other random shit, it's Drunk Live. Whatever we're doing, we're probably drunk, and you'll be able to see it. Hit us up in the comments and let us know if you've seen this movie, if you don't want to go see this movie, if you're planning on seeing it, if you've read the book, whatever the case may be, let us know. Are you scared of clowns? Because I'm not. I'm not necessarily afraid of
Kinda
clowns.
A little bit.
You know what I'm afraid of? Balloons. I don't like balloons because I don't like when they pop. So I don't like clowns when they're fucking doing balloon animals and shit because I don't want them to pop in front of me. So that being said, fuck your balloons. Clowns are welcome. Go check out It. It's playing right now. Let us know what you think about this. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Share and let your friends know that we're drunk and stupid and reviewing fucking shit that everybody cares about but nobody wants to talk about. This is KG. This is me. This has been a Drunk Quickie. We're the Drunks. We'll see you guys next time.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!